So I love this bag. This was a game changer for me. It's a Nemo. It's, as you can tell, a modern nylon sleeping bag that's filled with duck down. It's rated to 15 degrees Fahrenheit or 9 degrees Celsius for the sane among you. But there's a few things I love about the design that was really a game changer. So let me bring you in closer and show you those. But first, I think you can just see it kind of mimics a mummy bag, but it isn't. And that's really what sold me on this. It's not a square bag, but it's not a mummy bag. They call it a spoon, which I really like for reasons I'll explain right now. So mummy bags are great if you're a back sleeper. But if you roll around at all, and most people do, I tend to fall asleep on my back but end up on my side. They're too tight, they're too confining. You don't have enough room and they end up being uncomfortable and hot because of that. This is a compromise in the best way. So I say compromise, but you don't really lose anything. You gain everything. You still have that hourglass or spoon shape, so you're not heating wasted space, but it's not so constricting that you feel like you're a hot dog in saran wrap or something. Still got a decent foot box down there to keep your feetsies warm, but they have some details on this bag that make it for me. Let me bring you in and show you those. So a lot of cold weather bags sleep too warm in any other season except the dead of winter. And I would consider this a 3-season bag, meaning you're not going to want to use it in the summer. But I find it sleeps fine in any other season. And one of the big selling points for me are these almost alien invisible vents, which allow you to zip this open and get rid of some of that excess heat. It also gives you a little bit more expansion if you want to move around some. And again, it's not a mummy, so it's not constricting all of that heat, which allows it to breathe a little bit more. Let me show you some of the other finer points. So speaking of alien zippers, check this out. I had this bag for over a year and I didn't even know this pocket was here. They have a little hidden compartment here to put stuff you might need in the middle of the night. It's quite handy. Again, no pun intended. And you zip it up and you wouldn't even know it was there. For really cold weather, or if you just like your head covered, it does have a head box as well. And it also has this flap, which allows you to get tucked in real tight if you want to. Just flip this up. If you don't want it, you flip it down in or out. I usually use it as a hand box. I put my little ferret hands up here and tuck them in this box. But if you really need to get zipped up, flip this flap up. There's a draw cord right here. Just give this drawstring a tug. And you can be snug like a bug in a rug. There are, of course, zippers on the inside as well, so you don't have to try to do that from the outside. And getting out is just that easy. And then these guys have thought of everything over at Nemo. They give you a little slot here to put your pillow in, and I'll admit it's a little snug getting it in there. Probably made for smaller pillows than what I have, but mine does go in there. Once it's in there, it don't come out. So that's not going to move around on you. You can keep that in there if you like. This is that hand box face warmer I was telling you about. And then here's the draw cord. So all you have to do, if you want to tighten your face up, is just give this guy here a Yankee Doodle, and you can tighten it up as much as you like. And really squeeze yourself in there. A couple of other nice features down here. Like I said, it does have a foot box per se. Not quite as tight as a mummy bag, so you can still move your feet around and they don't get too hot. They are definitely campers that designed this, because look, they give you tabs here to hang your bag up during the day once it gets wet. If you've done any through hiking, you know that you're going to want to hang your bag up to let it air out during the day, especially if it got wet. The other thing that might not seem that obvious to a casual observer is that the nylon is actually reinforced in these tiny squares. That's ripstop nylon, but also it has smaller pockets of down, so the down's not going to move around in the bag. It can only move around in these small pockets. So if you're looking for a bag, you definitely want to look for a bag that has smaller compartments so that the down can't move all around. In this case, quack, quack, ducky down. So this is pretty standard anymore. It has zipper on the inside and double zipper on the outside so that you can pull either way or undo your bag altogether if you don't want it zipped. Bags really do live or die by the zipper. You're forever getting it caught in this nylon anyway, so you don't want a zipper that's going to bust or your bag is essentially useless. Here's this foot box I was talking about. You can see how much extra down they have down in there, I hope anyway. And it's not noisy. Most importantly, this isn't noisy like some bags. This bag does come with 2 storage bags. It comes with 1 compression bag, which is really nice, and you don't have to fight it in there. You can actually just stuff it. It's a true stuff sack, and then you can compress it down. And they give you a muslin bag to store it when you're not camping. As you guys probably know, if you're watching this video, you're not supposed to store down bags in the compression bag all season long because it compacts that down. And you're really getting that R value from the fluff, the space in between the down, so to speak. So as far as the rating goes, I have to be honest, I have not slept outside in 15-degree weather since I've had this bag, but I slept out on the ground in a tent, mind you, in about 30-degree weather in my underwear and a t-shirt, and I was just fine, so take it with a grain of salt. So potential downsides for you. No pun intended, it being a down bag. It isn't made in America, or it isn't made in Europe. It isn't made by somebody that's getting paid a good salary, probably. It's made in China. Now, so long as it's good quality, I don't really care about that. It's good quality, it's good materials, and as far as bags go, it's middle of the road as far as price range is concerned. Certainly way more expensive bags, and there's certainly cheaper bags, but you're getting a lot for your buck, even though it's made overseas. I'm okay with that, but you may not be, so you have to make that call. The only other thing that I can think of that I would like to see improved on this bag is just a little bit more robustness put into the main zipper. I haven't had an issue with it, but I would like to see it just built a little bit over duty. You know, a little bit over duty is what I'd like to see in that zipper. The only other thing I can think of that you might not like is that face flap. If you don't want that tucked inside right on your chest or to put your hands in, and you certainly don't want it over your face, that might be an issue for you. But other than that, I can't really think of anything, guys. This is the best bag I ever had, and I'm not looking for another one. I just don't want to get out of bed. I slept much better last night. I didn't start a fire and let it die down. And it was cooler in here. Kept all the windows open. So that's the way to sleep in this bag. The first night with the fire going, it was a little hot. Anyways, guys, I just gotta make coffee, pack up, and drive home. So